Buenos días, buenos días! Good morning and good morning. Today we are celebrating something that is so important for each one of us sisters in this room. All of our girls, mothers, aunts, and everybody we love. But before that, please be welcome here to Atherton High School. And this is our 2025 Women's Equality Day celebration. So today, we come together to honor a powerful milestone in our nation's history, the passage of the 19th Amendment, which granted women the right to vote. Women's Equality Day is about more than history. It's about recognizing the courage of those who fought for justice, reflecting on how far we have come, and recommitting ourselves to the work still ahead. This year's theme is celebrating excellence and engagement. Each one of us, my sisters in this room, we are excellent. Everything that we do is excellent. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. And we are also celebrating engagement because it is all of us or none of us. So we have to be reminded that equality isn't just about opportunity. It's about lifting each other. It's about? It's about? It's about creating a space for every voice. Creating a space and taking action together. And taking? Action together. Yes. And of course, we will be celebrating in styles thanks to the one and only who's keeping up our energy all morning long, the amazing DJ Bombshell. So now we are officially open with our program, so please join me in welcoming Miss Nora Bartlett from Atherton High School.
Good morning. My name is Nora Bartlett, and I'm a teacher, and I'm a sponsor of the Girl Up Club here. We're excited to be hosting this event today, and on behalf of our principal, Dr. Stephanie Fleur, I want to welcome you all to Atherton High School. Women's Equality Day is an important moment for us to pause and celebrate how far we've come, and to keep reminding ourselves of the work still ahead. It feels extra special to mark this day here in our school. More than 100 years ago, Atherton High School was founded by Miss Emma Warner. Just think about how bold that was for the time and how her leadership planted the seeds for the kind of community that we are today. We're proud that Atherton has always been known as a place where everyone belongs. Inclusion isn't just something we talk about, it's something we try to live out every single day. That's why hosting a gathering like this feels so natural here. Thank you for bringing your energy, your voices, and your spirit to this celebration. We're so happy to have you here at Atherton today, and I hope today leaves you inspired and connected as we honor Women's Equality Day together. Thank you. And now we'll have our Girl Up Club come to speak.
Good morning, guys. My name is Hannah Iglesias, and I'm the Vice President of Girl Up.
I'm Izzy Lexiswa, and I'm the President of Girl Up.
We are really honored to come here and, talk about our club. We have, I love this club so much, and I love exactly what it stands for. Just in case, you're not familiar of what Girl Up is, it is a global women's empowerment organization which focuses on creating a safe and empowering space for women's for women all around the world, and it's here at Atherton, specifically our community right here. Our mission is to advocate for women's health, safety, leadership, education, and struggles. At Atherton, we want to maintain a supportive community and advocate important skills. We want to inspire confidence and creativity and uplift each other's accomplishments. We also want to educate about the obstacles that led us to our great achievements and, exactly the point of why we're here.
Hi guys. Okay, this is so exciting, and we're you have no idea how happy we are to be here. So I just transferred to Atherton in February, and I am the founder and president of this club. This Girl Up is such an amazing thing, and it's something that I've known to be a huge precedent in high school since I was in 6th grade. It was something I was like, oh my gosh, when I'm in high school, I get to be one of those girls on stage helping our women be who they want to be and do what they want to do. So just being yes, I know, yes! So just being able to not even just that fact that I'm president, just being able to say that this is my baby, guys. This is our baby. This is Atherton's baby. We are so proud, and we want to show it. So basically, I started this club in February, and I brought a group of girls together, and these girls are the smartest girls, the most kind, beautiful girls I have ever met. I have never been more proud to be a part of this team, and I am truly not thank anyone else to help me build this mission and create such an amazing space for Atherton's girls and their allies. So we love our community, and we love participating and helping and just showing people what Atherton is, who Atherton is, especially who Girl Up is. And so one of our things that we did was we are the founders of Walk a Mile in Her Shoes Louisville. If you guys don't know what Walk a Mile in Her Shoes are, it's basically you get a bunch of people together. We were at Tyler Park in May, and we walk a mile in high heels. We show everyone the struggles of being a woman, how hard it is to get up each day and to strut, because that's what we do every single day. So thank you guys so much for this opportunity. If you guys have any questions, we have our Instagram, we have the great Miss Bartlett, and well, if you see a high school student, it's probably one of us. So thank you guys so much, and have a great rest of your conference. Yes, thank you.
Yes. Wow. Give it one more time for our students, their voices. Their voices reminds us that this new generation is paying attention and is ready to use their voices to make a difference. So now, please welcome Deputy Mayor Nicole George, who will share the official proclamation for Women's Equality Day. Deputy Mayor George.
Well, good morning, everyone. I am so happy to be celebrating with you today and to be part of the amazing energy that you can feel as soon as you come in the school. Before I announce the proclamation, I want to just state the obvious, which is we should be celebrating Women's Equality Day every day. And in doing that, we can both recognize the past for all the amazing contributions that women who came before us have done to help get us here, but at the same time, to really be able to acknowledge the things that women do every day to advance equality. And I want to recognize two women who do that every day and that I have the honor and privilege to be able to work with. First, I would like to announce Councilwoman Paula McCraney. Councilwoman McCraney, will you please stand? She represents District 7. She has served on Metro Council for since 2019, so 7 years. And she's known as a woman who, one, not only supports other women, but two, is a strong champion for her district. And we know that what's good for all of us is obviously what's good for women. And so I couldn't have a better partner than Councilwoman McCraney in that work. Next, I want to recognize, and I can't see her because of the light, but another woman who does the work every day that is required and does everything she can to elevate and uplift women around her is our director for our Office of Women. And so Gretchen Hunt, please stand up. Metro is really fortunate to have her at the helm, and again, all that she does in the way of our ambassador work, all the things she does out in the community to help us think about the ways in which our community could be stronger if the lens of the female experience were brought into that. So we're really grateful, and I know Mayor Greenberg is grateful. So with that, the mayor has issued a proclamation, and this reads, greetings to all whom these presents shall come. Know that August 23rd, 2025 is hereby proclaimed in Louisville, Kentucky to be Women's Equality Day, and we urge all residents to observe in this special recognition. And again, every day should be Women's Equality Day. Thank you.
Thank you, Deputy Mayor George, for your leadership and commitment to gender equity. Next, we will hear from representatives from the organizations that bring this event to life and keep it going together every year. From the Office for Women, Ambassadors Sara Macias and Jasna Pickett Allison. Representing the League of Women Voters, Co-President Sandy Renner. And from Delta Sigma Theta, the Vice President of Social Action, Monica Moma Sanders.
Hey everyone. Oh no, we could do a little bit better than that. Hey everyone. Okay. All right, so I just want to say, so far, I'm so happy to be here. I'm excited to be a part of the Women Ambassadors. I'm gonna just jump right in because I know we're on a strict time. But I'm from the class of 2024. I'm also a master chemist, founder of Jade Vine's Natural Hair Care. I'm a student, a psychology student, and I'm a facilitator of a Teen Girls Retreat. Okay.
Hello, good morning. It's a pleasure to be here. My name is Zara Macias, and I'm a professional writer, advocate, and 2025 Office for Women Ambassador. I know we have a lot of Office for Women Ambassadors, so I want to give a quick shout out. If you guys want to stand up and be acknowledged, you're welcome to, no pressure.
Okay, so I'm gonna actually turn it over to Zara and let her get us started, and then we'll go from there.
So we're here today because the leaders, educators, and allies in this room represent the kind of future we're all working towards. A future where excellence is actively cultivated through engagement and care for one another. For those of you who don't know, the Office for Women is housed under the Office of Equity in the Mayor's Office. Under the leadership of incredible Gretchen Hunt, the office has created a culture of collective leadership and information sharing, making sure women and gender diverse individuals not only have a seat at the table, but also have the resources, connections, and support to thrive. The office has 4 strategic priorities: 1, economic empowerment; 2, community engagement; 3, gender mainstreaming, 4, gender-based violence prevention. And what makes the program particularly powerful is the intentional engagement across all 26 Metro Council districts. This means we're covering every corner of Louisville, from Portland to Old Louisville, from Iroquois to the Highlands, to St. Matthews, everywhere in between. So rather than hearing from the same voices again and again, the Ambassador Program brings together different perspectives, experiences, and talents to create solutions that work for everyone. That kind of unity is rare, and it's one of the most exciting parts, I think.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to jump a little bit into what it means to be an advocate for the Office for Women. I'm going to talk a little bit about what we've done. I know in 2024, we made a huge impact, and I just want to put a little spotlight on it, okay? So one of the things that we did was we strengthened the Village Child Care Project. And what this this was creating 18 new registered and certified family child care homes, which opened. Now that's big. I don't know if you guys know, but that's huge, okay? Basically, this supported refugee women to open family child care businesses, okay? Something else that we did was we participated in gender inclusion, women's safety and design. What this meant was we hosted 4 workshops with professionals, the ambassadors, and teen girls of gender equity. Okay, and that's big too. I don't know if you guys want to give us a hand, but that's huge too. That's something that hasn't been done here in Louisville, Kentucky before, so that's some things that we're working towards. And some other things that we did was we provided services when it came to more inclusion and the environment when it comes to the women firefighters. And then when it came to empowering girls, we advocated for new JCPS policies for the pregnant students, okay? Yeah, give us some love, but this is not easy work. This takes a village. It always takes a village. We can't do this alone. So basically, when it comes to all of this, the efforts highlight how the Office for Women acts as a bridge, connecting advocates with communities and creating lasting systematic change. So for me, this work is way deeper than surface level. So all of my life, I've been pretty much an advocate for women's health, women empowerment, and basically just creating programs similar to this. Programs like this matter because they amplify the mission, they help strengthen the ongoing support of women to ensure the change continues way long after our ambassador years.
So now that you all know how the Office for Women is shaping a better future for all of us, it's time to think about how you can get involved. The work is only as strong as the support from the people committed to these values. So whether you're a community leader, a mentor, a local advocate, or an individual interested and passionate about the future of women and diverse individuals, there's a place for you in this movement.
Oh. 1 second. So absolutely. So being a part of this network doesn't just mean following along. It's about taking action. The Office for Women ambassadors are here to connect, engage, and empower everyone. The more work we do together, the more we can amplify our voices and bring about positive change to not only the state of Kentucky, but for everywhere. So whether it's applying for the 2026 cohort, attending an event like this one, or engaging with the local ambassadors, your council person, I encourage you all to take the next step. We're all in this together. Let's make sure that excellence continues to thrive everywhere, in every neighborhood, in every part of Louisville. Thank you.
Thank you. We are all in this together. The League of Women Voters of Louisville has been involved since the event started, and we're happy to be here today. I'd like to take a few minutes to tell you a little bit about the League and what we're planning. It was established after the 19th Amendment passed, giving women the right to vote. Originally, it was to educate women about how to vote, since most voting places were in places like taverns, saloons, blacksmith shops, whatever. Now we're probably most known for registering people to vote when we register at high schools, colleges, community events, all over. However, the League of 2025 is about more than just registering voters. We believe that democracy works best when people are educated on the issues and turn out to vote. Of all the industrialized democracies, the United States is at the low end of voter turnout. So we are always working to protect voting rights and get people voting. We also believe every issue is a voting issue. So we work to inform the community about issues at all levels by monitoring council meetings, studying issues, publishing information, conducting public programs. And speaking of voting, I want to remind you that important change is coming up for the next election. And we don't have a primary until May, but in May, everybody can vote in the primary. It doesn't matter if you're libertine, gay, Green Party, independent, Republican, everybody can vote for Metro Council and mayor. So everybody needs to go out and vote, because what's going to happen is the top 2 vote getters are going to be the candidates. It's not going to matter what party they're from. They could be from the same party, they could be different parties. And you need to read the whole ballot because it can be confusing. So please pass that information on to all the networks that you're involved in. The League is nonpartisan and volunteer-led, and anyone over 16 can join. We take positions on many issues such as education and women's rights. Our National League also takes a stand on a variety of issues. Currently, the League believes that our country is in a constitutional crisis. The foundational principles that sustained our democracy, checks and balances, the rule of law, free and fair elections, are under direct and sustained threat. We, the people, must fight back. That's why the League of Women Voters is launching a new initiative called Unite and Rise 8.5 to engage and mobilize 8.5 voters between now and November 2026 to protect and preserve our democratic institutions. It will showcase the many ways voters can drive change. It's not just voting, advocacy, mobilization, civic education, and engagement. While this campaign is being coordinated by the League, all of us, no matter who you voted for, need to come together, stand united, and fight back to save our democracy. So join us, be a voter, raise your voice. This may be your only chance to be heard. I want to leave you with 2 quotes, one from Dorothy Day, an activist in the past century. People say, "What is the sense of a small effort? They cannot see that we must lay one brick at a time. A pebble cast into a pond causes ripples that spread in all directions. Each of our thoughts, words, and deeds is like that. No one has a right to sit down and feel hopeless. There is too much work to do." And another quote from Shirley Chisholm, "If they don't give you a seat at the table, bring a folding chair." Thank you.
Hello, everybody. Great. Okay, first I'd like to say thank you to the organizations and the women who worked tirelessly to bring this event together. This is a wonderful event. Let's give them a round of applause. Okay, then the theme, celebrating excellence and engagement, is so important, especially right now. Gretchen Hunt stated during her interview on Great Day Live that our community is comprised of 52% women. 52% women. Knowing that fact, I feel it is critical that we have these deep conversations about our right to vote, our community engagement, and how we show up to support each other. I am Monica Moman Saunders, the Vice President for Social Action. I bring you greetings for our President, Dr. Don Hall Bibb, President of the Louisville Alumni Chapter of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated. There you go. Our sorority has been a champion for women's equality, empowerment, and service since its inception. Delta Sigma Theta Sorority was founded in 1913 by 22 forward-thinking, college-educated women at Howard University. The sorority has dedicated itself to the promotion of women's equality issues, social justice, education, and community service. As a matter of fact, the sorority's first official act of social action was marching in the 1913 Women's Suffrage March in Washington, D.C. The Louisville Alumni Chapter of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority has served our community since 1934. Our community outreach programs are for youth and adults and are centered in 5 areas: economic development, educational development, international awareness and involvement, physical and mental health, and political awareness and involvement. We have programs planned each year in all of these areas. So just to share a couple with you. For economic development, we will have a financial literacy seminar, which covers the broad range of personal finance issues to address the wealth gap and promote financial literacy. We also have homeowner seminars. There, we focus on preparing our community to buy homes, and then once you get in a home, how to keep that home and keep everything going. For educational development, I'm happy to report that this year we will have an educational forum scheduled for 10 o'clock, write this down, 10 o'clock, September 6th at Dr. William Perry Elementary School. Now, the purpose of this forum is to empower K through 12 grade parents with knowledge, skills, and information and resources necessary to advocate for their children, which will allow them to take an active role in shaping their classrooms, the schools, and the district. This is really important. So the date, September 6th, the time, 10 a.m., the location, Dr. William Perry Elementary School. We have several programs for youth, so hopefully you all can take note. Here, we have the Delta Academy. It is for 6th through 8th graders. The primary goal of this program is to prepare young ladies for the full participation as leaders. We have the Delta Gems. It is for the 9th through 12th grade girls. This program provides a roadmap for college and career planning through activities that promote opportunities for self-reflection and individual growth. And we don't leave the young men out. We also have Embody. It is for our 7th through 11th grade boys. This program addresses issues related to STEM education, culture, self-efficacy, leadership, physical and mental health, healthy lifestyle choices, character, ethics, relationships, college readiness, fiscal management, and civic engagement. We also have Jabberwock. It is for 11th and 12th grade girls. The mission is to enhance areas of self-esteem through workshops, social events, and rehearsals while cultivating scholarship, achievement, self-confidence, grace, and good citizenship. And lastly, we have scholarships. Each year, through our fundraising in the community, so thanks to you all who have supported our efforts, we're able to give scholarships to deserving high school seniors. And this past year, we actually gave $62,000 in scholarships to high school seniors. Yes. For international awareness and involvement, we collected 1913, or 1,913 pounds, actually it was over that, of shoes for WaterStep. WaterStep takes these shoes, they refurbish them and sell them, and the funds are used to provide clean water for communities in third world countries. So just an excellent effort. And we also work with supplies overseas, where excess medical supplies are sorted, packaged, and prepared for shipment to third world countries. Physical and mental health. We provide a caregiver's tea, because everybody knows caregiving is so hard. It's very hard. And oftentimes the caregivers, they will deny themselves of things that they need for that. So we provide the caregivers tea to support the caregivers. We also will have a team for the Sister Strut in Louisville on September 13th, where the funds are raised for breast cancer awareness. And lastly, political awareness and involvement or social action. And I will note that we are a nonpartisan group, but we support and we are in the community doing voter education, registration, and restoration. We also host a Women on the Run forum. This forum is used to encourage more women to get out there and run for boards, commissions, and partisan and nonpartisan positions. We will host political forums in conjunction with other partners, such as the League of Women Voters, NAACP, and the Urban League. And the purpose there is to give the community the opportunity to get to know the candidates. All candidates are always invited to participate because we are, as I stated, nonpartisan. And then we have advocacy. Deltas will host a day at the state, Delta Day at the state capitol, where we show up and talk to our state representatives and share our issues with them. We also have Delta Day at the nation capitol, and that's a beautiful thing because thousands of Deltas show up and turn Capitol Hill red. It's a beautiful sight. Through these initiatives, Delta Sigma Theta fosters a culture of civic engagement among women and girls, ensuring our voices are heard and our rights are protected. Okay, as we celebrate Women's Equality Day, we should recognize the impact that each organization here today has in shaping the future where all women can thrive, free from discrimination and inequality. The work that we are doing today should inspire all of us to continue to push for change, reminding us that equality is not just a goal, but a journey that requires collective action and unwavering dedication. Thank you very much.
Gracias, my lord. Please, my sisters, let's give them a round of applause from the Office of Women, League of Women's Voters, and Delta Sigma Theta. Please, thank you for all your wonderful work. We are so grateful to the three of them, these organizations, the Office for Women, the League of Women's Voters, and Delta Sigma Theta, for all the work they do throughout the community. These organizations and our community partners who are with us today are working diligently every day to provide resources, support, and opportunities for women all across Jefferson County. Please, let's give them another round of applause. Okay, so we've been listening about work that has been happening for a long time, and sometimes for us women, we stay in the shadow. We have to over-explain ourselves. We have to bring our chair. For our younger ones that are here, my lovely ones, make sure that you carry your chair with you at all times, so in that way, wherever you go, even if you are not invited, you sit at the table and you speak on behalf of all your sisters. Remember, all of us or none of us. So with this ripple effect that the amazing Dorothy Day talked about, we're gonna do a little exercise before we move to the next event. So we're gonna start over here. Are you ready? This line over here? Okay, you're gonna do this. Well, this morning, you didn't know that besides all of this, we are going to practice some Spanish. So lucky us. So we are going to use this word that I love so much. The word is strength. In Spanish, fuerza. Can you say fuerza? Okay. The other one is amor, love. So you're gonna be fuerza, you're gonna be amor, you're gonna be poder, and you are gonna be mujeres. Poder is power, mujeres is women. Are we ready? So we're gonna go here, we are all gonna clap little by little, and then we are all going to be joining so we create that ripple effect. Are we ready? Uno, dos, tres. Uno, dos, tres. Now we are all going to repeat the whole thing, and I want to hear you standing up. So we are going to remind ourselves of the poder, la fuerza, el amor y las mujeres. Uno, dos, tres. Fuerza, amor, poder. Yes! My sisters, please help me welcome Coach Reid, head coach of Bellarmine University Women's Basketball. We are going to welcome Colonel Kate Clemmer, formerly with the Louisville Fire Department. And please help me welcome our moderator, Mandala Gupta Verweave.
Good morning, everybody. Thank you everyone so much for being here. I know everyone has said that over and over again, but I think it's just amazing that we've had such a great show out and that everyone's taking some time in their morning to be here. It's a great community gathering and I think the energy is just great. Do you guys feel the same way? So first I'll just start off and introduce our panelists. So first we have Colonel Kate Clemmer. Colonel Kate Clemmer is the very recently retired Executive Assistant Chief of the Louisville Fire Department, and she served as the highest ranked female in Louisville Fire Department history. In addition to that, she was the first female to hold the rank of colonel, first to be assigned as captain of a truck company, and only the second female to have served as a major in suppression. So. Colonel Clemmer has served with the Louisville Fire Department for 23 years, is that correct? Okay. Receiving the Blue Coats Award, a Medal of Valor, and a Medal of Merit during her time in service. Colonel Clemmer graduated from Bellarmine University and with a degree in psychology and also played on the Bellarmine's women's basketball team. Joining the team in a Final Four appearance and later getting inducted into the Bellarmine Hall of Fame. Very awesome. And during her time as the Executive Assistant Chief, she continuously advocated through her position for increased representation of women and other minoritized groups in her field and throughout the field of emergency response services. So let's get a round of applause for Colonel Clemmer. And then in addition to Colonel Clemmer, we also have Coach Reid, who is the the current head coach of Bellarmine University's women's basketball team, as of just a few months ago, I believe, and has previously served as the assistant coach for 2 seasons. During her time with Bellarmine's coaching staff, she assisted with leading the team to set new records and win its first ever Atlantic Sun Conference tournament games. Coach Reid has a prestigious record as a basketball player at the University of Louisville, helping the Cardinals get to the Final Four twice and finishing both those seasons as NCAA tournament runners-up. Woo! She was inducted into the Louisville Athletics Hall of Fame in 2009. 2023. As a professional athlete, Coach Reid played internationally in Europe, Africa, South America, and the Middle East. Her career as a small forward has made her the recipient of numerous MVP awards, titles, and championships, including being named MVP 4 times in 1 decade, winning 10 championships, and scoring an average of 30.9 points per game in her last full season. Coach Reid graduated from Fern Creek High School, where she was chosen to play for the Kentucky All-Star team and is remembered well by Principal Fleur, who taught there at the time, who was also Atherton's principal at this time. Yay, so awesome. Round of applause. So thank you guys so much for being here today. And as we can hear from your bios, you're very accomplished people, very impressive. And also your accomplishments mean a lot for just equity within the fields that you work within, which really works with today's theme, celebrating the equality of women. So why don't we just start with explaining a little bit about your journeys through your fields, kind of what maybe motivated you to continue striving forward, because you've moved forward into such great leadership positions. And I think that might whoever wants to start can start.
Okay. Hey, everyone. Okay, I mean, she basically said a lot about me, but my journey is very unique, a lot of highs and lows, and one thing that I'm most proud of about is I'm the first person to graduate from college in my family, so that's a big accomplishment too. And that's one thing I try to preach, education. My girls know we keep our grades high, and that's important. But a little bit about me, like she said, I played 10 years professionally. I even have someone I played with on my team from Egypt, a couple of my girls over there. Yeah, so I just retired going on 3.5 years ago, and I had 10 years playing professionally, and I think one of the best parts about playing professionally overseas is just the different people you meet and learning about different cultures, because I promise you, what they show you on TV is what they want to show you. You have to get out and learn yourself, and I feel like I'm so cultured and I have family everywhere, and I have a lot of respect for all different types of people. But that's just my character. So basketball level-wise, I finished in Saudi Arabia. I had met the old coach. I had met her at a park, and she walked straight up to me and was like, "Do you want to coach?" And I was like, "Not yet." And so she called me when I was done playing, and that's kind of how I got the job. But I absolutely love coaching basketball. I couldn't imagine doing anything else. This is my dream job. When my coach retired in April, she actually retired on April Fool's Day, so we thought it was a joke. I looked straight at my girls, and I didn't know what was going to happen next, but I knew that I'll tell you what I did, and this is what bringing a chair to the table means. So as soon as she retired, I left. I walked straight up to the AD's office, opened up the door. He's in a meeting, don't care. I said, I want this job. Yeah. So sometimes you gotta seize it, and you gotta go take it, because you never know what could happen. And I'm so glad I opened my mouth and fought for this, because I love my team and they know that, and I couldn't imagine being anywhere else.
Congratulations on your new position there at Bellarmine. I think you'll continue what Coach Dugan did, and you're going to take it the next step up. That's awesome. Congratulations. I say I kind of was pushed along my entire career with the Louisville Fire Department. I could have been content sitting riding backwards as a firefighter, doing all the fun stuff, going into buildings, having the hose, putting out the water, putting out the fire with the water. But I knew, as one of 11, I think we still have only 11 females in the fire department with only almost 500 individuals, that we need to continue training, educating and moving up into the positions that can make a difference. Riding backwards is a heck of a lot of fun. Driving the back of those tiller trucks is even more fun. Driving down Jefferson Street and screaming through the roads, it's a lot of fun. But sometimes I gotta grow up and I had to put the fun aside, or most of the fun aside, and move into the leadership positions and continue advocating to get more women into the fire service here in Louisville and even in Southern Indiana, and just trying to keep myself educated and pushing my friends that are still sergeants or firefighters to take the next step. If you're nervous, you're not ready. Because being nervous to do something makes you aware that you understand the risks and the benefits of what you're about to do. Because everybody says, well, I'm too nervous, I'm not ready. It's like, you're never ready to take that next step. So sometimes we need people to push. And I've had those people in my support group through my career with the fire department to help me push into those next roles. And I'm very thankful to my family to help me push me along the way.
That's awesome. Yeah, I appreciate that. That actually leads like really perfectly in my next question, because approximately 6% of fire chiefs and about 43% of head coaches for basketball teams are women. So that's like the statistical representation. You guys are working within largely male-dominated fields. And you kind of spoke on this using, your own role within the fire team to bring other women into that. But how can we bring more women into these fields? And how can community members, like the people here today, bring more women into these fields?
Just like anything else, you gotta think outside the box. To fix a problem, you can't just follow what's in the manual, because sometimes the manual doesn't fit the problem. So we gotta start thinking outside the box. And I have always struggled to think outside the box. And that's why I've usually tried to get people around me that have those really good ideas and can help implement some things. And to talk about non-traditional roles for females has been going on for the 23 years that I've been on the fire department. It's a long, arduous journey that we have to continue moving females into these non-traditional roles, to be successful, not just to be the token or to have the white step to help us along the way, but to actually go side by side with our male counterparts and to make an influence. And it's just, you gotta think outside the box. We gotta just educate. Not only can females be and women be nurses and teachers and doctors now, but we can be police officers. We can be coaches at all levels, not just at college. We can go into the professions. We can be referees. It's just, you gotta start with the young ones in here, telling them that women can be just as good as men. We can't just be boxed in.
One thing I tell my girls is people want to hire athletes, good teammates, they work hard, adaptability, they can work on their feet. I just think we need more things like this to encourage and promote different professions. I agree that not all women go pro and become basketball players, but everyone becomes pro in something, And I feel like if we encourage and promote things like this, we can get people involved, and that's what we try to do at the basketball level. Like, we want all of you guys to come. I know a lot of people right now, women's basketball is cool, right? And when I was younger, it wasn't as cool as it is now. But if we support, then that's cool, Like, we need more of us at the games. We need all of you at the games. Even if you're not a basketball fan, it's just nice to see powerful women. And then also for a lot of you people, it would be nice to see some of my girls, because they might work for you one day. And I think that'd be good for my girls as well. I said on the news that we shouldn't bet on women because what's the gamble, right? What's the gamble? I'm sorry, but we're smarter, I feel like we can do anything, and we're really, really tough. And when we stand together, there's strength in numbers. You got to know that. And we don't bet on women, we invest in women. And when we invest in women, we all can have a seat at the table.
Yeah, that's really well said. Thank you. Definitely, I agree that this like importance of community coming together to show that women being in these careers like is not only important but it's also normal, right? And then showing that these careers exist. And I think that you guys made some great points. I love this idea of also thinking out of the box too. I think that's really important. And so kind of going off of that, I think you guys touched on this a little bit. There is room for improvement, like I did say, where these are male-dominated fields, but also there are a lot of women moving into these positions, and there are a lot of women who are starting to like gain leadership positions. Why do you think women should be in leadership positions? Like, what skills do they offer uniquely in your fields? And obviously, like, women are, unique in their own ways, but they are very similar. So it's not like women offer a very special thing, but they do offer unique things that are different that we don't think about often. So what do you guys think? How does that apply to your fields?
Well, for us in the fire service, as a female, you kind of come at things at a different angle. You can kind of look at things at a different perspective. You can take a problem, and if Chief O'Neill always said this, and I think it's great, if you've got a company that arrives at a scene and we've got 4 white men, they're all going to look at this problem the same way. But if you arrive on the scene and you've got a diverse group of people, you've got an African American, you've got a Hispanic, and you've got a female, everybody is going to bring something from their past to build their past. A lot faster. And so women, a lot of people think that women can't handle pressure because, we're just too emotional. That emotion is what makes us so special to be in the leadership positions, because we can see things with compassion and understanding and humility a little bit more than men can at a stressful situation. Not saying that men don't have those qualities, it's just we have them a little bit closer to the surface. So I think females in a leadership role, once we can embrace all that and move that forward, can have a lot better, not faster problem solving, but just a different way to resolve an issue together.
I think one thing that we can do when women are in leadership, hire women. Could my staff stand up, please? Now, we got the boy. We love the boy. But that's one thing I wanted to do in this opportunity, because I have got an incredible opportunity, and I wanted to bring people like me into an opportunity where they can be successful, because now they all have a Division I stamp. They can be whatever they want to be. And I love that for them. Coach Logan's from Kentucky State. She's coming from Division II. We got Coach Q, she just came professional. She's all-time lead scorer at Temple. Got Coach Matt, she's in the back. She's the head coach at Muskingum. The boy, he's with me for the past 2 years. And then we have Coach Cam. Coach Cam was also the head coach at Monroe in New York. So that's one thing I think we can do. When we're in that position, we should hire women, because that would help. A lot of people are like, I'm not, a lot of people ask me, was I gonna hire a man and stuff like that? And I was just like, well, didn't you ask the men's basketball coach that? So when I got this opportunity, I'm telling you, if standing on business was a person, I'm gonna hire who I want, and I feel like I got the right people, and I appreciate the women working for me.
That's awesome. I think going off of that, that's actually like, it makes me think of kind of your position, and at least the position that you've held within the fire department, because I know that you mentioned that it was just like 11 women who were working within a staff of 500, and you could dream to hire more women, but what do you think were the barriers for women joining the fire department, and how could that have been overcome from your perspective?
The barrier starts before somebody even thinks about being a firefighter. It starts with them even understanding that they can be a firefighter and work on the fire department. And also just the strength and conditioning that it takes. We need to make sure that as a youth, ladies, as you continue through your life, stay strong, stay mobile, and look for careers that engage your youthfulness and just staying healthy and staying moving and staying strong to extend our life. as studies have shown, you live healthy, you're going to live a little bit longer. A lot of people don't look at the fire service for a career because of strength, mostly upper body strength. Well, as anybody knows, probably these ladies can contest, we're not always strong in the shoulders and the arms, we're stronger from our waist down. And you just got to learn how to utilize that strength and put it to work where you need it.
That's awesome. Another question that I have for you guys, and I think that both of you guys have kind of touched on this idea of like hiring women because they're women. And like celebrating women, but it's because it's a woman in a male-dominated field. And you know, we're even doing that here today, right? And obviously you guys are two very accomplished individuals, but also how can we celebrate accomplished women without overemphasizing their difference or treating them as tokens within their field?
Yeah, because I mean, one thing, I didn't hire them because they're women, they're qualified
Right?
women.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, they all know what they're doing, trust me. I'd be crazy in my first year not to hire people who know what they're doing. I have 2 former head coaches, you know? So I don't think I know everything, and I think that's where I can help with that too. So I think, you know, making sure that we push each other and we all strive for greatness, because like she just said, if we're not all at least a little bit physically strong, then maybe we can live a little longer. You know, it's just like little things that we can do. But I feel like us as a whole, if we're overqualified, usually we get the job, you know? But I'm trying to eliminate that, being overqualified, and then can finally get on board. No, I think everyone needs to push themselves, push your daughters, push your nieces, push everyone. Because if we can all push each other, because I mean, that's what coaching's all about anyway. I push them every day to be the best they can be, and it doesn't just, you know, go to the basketball court, it goes to the classroom and in their life. So I mean, honestly, if we can all be coaches with each other and push each other for greatness, then I think we all can be qualified.
It's a tough question to not overemphasize the fact that you're a female. Congratulations, you're in a new role. It's just, we got to start looking at the individual, what the individual has done, and how you can just continue working as a person in a field that's not traditional. I think it's one of those balances you got to strike. It's like you don't want to put the labels on everything because we want to see people as they are, but it's difficult to accomplish that. So I think that's a struggle that we can still look outside the box and come up with a fix on how to celebrate without overemphasizing the difference.
Yeah, and you know, you guys are 2 extremely accomplished individuals, but these questions are questions that we as a community are going to have to work together and continue to support each other to figure out together, because things are changing for the better, but we need to keep on working together in order to make an impact for sure. And so we've been asking a lot of like more heavy questions, but I know that both of you, obviously Coach Reid has experience in basketball, and then from your bio and then a couple of interviews, I know Colonel Clemmer, you have also played on several basketball teams. So a little bit lighter, because today we're not only recognizing our present, we're recognizing our past and the people who have contributed in order to get us where we are. So if you guys can make a lineup of yourselves, like a starting lineup of yourselves and maybe 3 other people from past and present to continue advocating, like women, to continue advocating for equity within like the workplace and also your communities, who would you choose? You guys can take a second to do this if you want to think.
You got the mic first.
You guys could work together too, no pressure.
I know for me, there's one person that really pops out. She's actually a retired fire department. It was Roxanne Hack, one of the most compassionate people that I've known. So anytime you're on a team, whether it's a sports team or a business team, you want compassion. Let's see, the Iron Lady, Margaret Thatcher, she could really talk her way, navigate, working with people. Thanks. So Margaret Thatcher, she can really work with people, and somebody I just recently met, he was a great basketball person, it was Coach Reid. No.
One of my biggest mentors when I was growing up was Yvette Gentry. I don't know if anybody knows who that is. Yeah, that's my girl. I mean, and still my girl too. She's helped out with a couple of my recruiting visits as well. I know she talked to Trinity, but that's one of the people that I really looked up to. I know she's a big advocate for women. And then also I would like to say Kathy Dykstra, who's the CEO of the Scholar Houses. I mean, she's doing amazing work for women and children. She's also housing one of my girls, and I really appreciate that because that's not cheap. And so, you know, not just because these people are giving us stuff, these people are doing it just because of the goodness of their heart. So I really appreciate people like that. And then also, since I'm at Atherton, a great Atherton a basketball player, Michelle Clark-Hurd, she was my coach at U of L. She's the head coach at Mercer now, so I think that would be appropriate. I mean, and then also, Gretchen does a great job. I really appreciate her. She knows I would never tell her no. So if you guys see me at every single event, then this is what it is because I'm never telling her no. I really appreciate everything she does, and you know, maybe we can use one of you guys as an example next time we talk about this.
Absolutely. Amazing. Okay, so I think that this is going to be our last final question, and this is going to be the most important question for everybody in the audience, so everyone listen up, which is, what advice do you have for young women or any women or gender diverse individuals who aspire to become leaders within their field or in their community?
I would definitely say be yourself, because I am an example. You can be yourself and be the head coach of a Catholic school. You know, I'm just saying, you know, like if you work, you can be what you want to be yourself. They're going to accept you for who you are. Just be a good person.
I think I said it like earlier is push yourselves, find your support group to help you achieve your goals. No need to go through life on your own, so have a support group, and really if you're nervous, you're ready. So if you want to take that next step and you're questioning it, take it. Have somebody help you push you into that next step, and don't be afraid of the future.
Everyone, please give another round of applause for our
Wow, let's give it up for our panelists one more time. What a beautiful and inspiring conversation. Now it's time to honor someone who embodies the spirit of gender equity with the 2025 Women's Equality Day Champion Award. Please welcome Regina Carico and Tricia Gray.
That was my touchdown song when I played Ultimate Frisbee at Bellarmine and in the Louisville community, so felt like a good way to do it. I also love the Bellarmine love being a Bellarmine alumni, so that's just real good. All right, so we asked our community to nominate an individual who embraces excellence and engagement, contributes to gender equality, inclusion, and diversity in Louisville and beyond. And our community delivered. We received 9 nominations. Our community made our job on the awards subcommittee challenging, and I wouldn't want it any other way. We have incredible individuals dedicating their time and energy to evolving and growing our community. You will see our nominees wearing a flower pin either on their shirt or in their hair amongst our audience members. It is a privilege and honor to acknowledge our nominees: Tiffany Adams, Candace Crawford, Amanda Dare, Linda Engel, Ashby Green, Holly Hartman, Shermiah Holland, Farron Kia, Javante Walker. This year, our subcommittee had a tie, and we have 2 Women's Equality Day champions. And Tricia is going to read a little bit of the quotes from each of the nominee forums.
Thank you.
So this nominee was described by her nominators as, when life handed her lemons, she didn't just make lemonade, she started packaging it, branding it, and pouring it into cups for the next generation of women entrepreneurs. Another person said, she is a visionary entrepreneur, activist, and the founder of a Miracle Aid Lemonade Company. She has consistently worked at the intersection of economic equity, youth empowerment, and women's leadership. Her leadership doesn't just inspire, it transforms. She represents the everyday woman building empires through purpose. She leads with grace, passion, and boldness, committed to helping women rise while staying deeply connected to her community roots. Okay, our second tie-winning women's champion was described as the founder of Woman-Owned Wallet, a mission-driven retail and community space. She has built a powerful platform dedicated to uplifting women and gender-diverse entrepreneurs. Her work is rooted in the intersectionality and justice. She prioritizes partnerships with women of color, LGBTQ+ individuals, and those often excluded from traditional business pipelines. She doesn't just talk about equity, she creates it, funds it, and sustains it. Her leadership is bold, creative, and deeply compassionate.
Our Women Equality Day champions are Tiffany Adams and Amanda Dare. If you guys want to come up on stage.
Yay! Oh, we good?
Nope.
Nope, we're good, we're good. Hey, y'all. Y'all are so cute. Not me just crying in front of everybody. Listen, that strength that we talked about, that we just heard so many beautiful things about, I'm like, it includes vulnerability. It includes the emotions that we talk about. You need to continue to be flexible so that you don't break, you just bend. Some of the last year of my life has been my worst nightmares coming true, along with my wildest dreams along the same side. So at the same time, they're happening. It's just, I'm overcome with emotion because this is such a beautiful moment to feel recognized by literally the people I would put on my starting lineup, the women that I'm next to, and the people in the room that I respect and love, and the future leaders of our community here in Louisville. It is amazing to be in front of you. I'm so appreciative, and I'm shaking up here, even though I wasn't a sports girly, but my bestie was. I slept under the bleachers as she ran up and down them for the soccer field, but I was a theater girl, and so being on this stage and trying those new things, trying that vulnerability out on stage, failing on stage in front of everyone happily, because I knew the faster I failed, the further I went. The faster I failed, it was always forward. Failing that way felt so relieving. And I was also one of the first graduates of the ASL interpreters program from U of L, so I've just been beautifully watching our interpreters here. Can you show us the sign for sisterhood? Can you do it one more time? Sisterhood. So this is girl, and this is community. So sisterhood. So we're all in that together. But thank you so much again. I'm overcome, and I think my word of advice would just be, when the fear doesn't leave, you have to do it scared. Thank you so much.
I don't know how to be short. I don't know how to be too
Good afternoon, everyone. I am truly honored to receive this award alongside Women's Own Wallet. She definitely stands for a lot of things that a Miracle A stands for. To stand among such powerful, courageous, and inspired women is something I have never taken for granted. Each of you represent the strength, excellence, and resilience that makes our communities thrive. And I am so grateful to be in your presence. Leadership to me is not about position, it's about service. It's about showing up, pouring into people, and showing whatever power and influence I have to make room for others to shine. Community service has taught me that true impact comes when you commit ourselves to lifting others. And that's what continues to fuel my journey. Through a Miracle A Lemonade, I've also found one more way to serve, bringing people together, building connections, and giving back to the communities that give so much to us. I thank the Office of Women Ambassador Program for creating space that amplify women's voices and connect us to one another. I'm also grateful for our city leaders and districts who partner with me, a Miracle Aid, and us women, to keep service at the center of what I do, and reminds me of the legacy that is built in our community. And I share this moment with my daughter, Amia, who inspires me every day to push harder, dream bigger, and pave the way for the next generation of young leaders. This award is not just about mine. It belongs to every woman who dares to dream and lead with courage, and who uses her influence to make life better for someone else. From the bottom of my heart, thank you. We've got lemonade refreshers out there, so when you guys leave, go out there and taste them. Thank you.
Congratulations again to our champions. Let's give them a warm, warm, warm applause. To close out our amazing celebration this morning, we will hear from someone who will send us off with purpose and momentum. Please welcome Angela Brockman with our call to action.
Welcome all. This today has been fabulous. A little about Zonta. We were established in 1919 in Buffalo, New York. We are currently in 87 countries. We predate the UN, and we were one of the first NGO chairs at the UN. A lot of our work is funding startup programs, which we then turn over to UNICEF and programs within the UN to operate. One of our locally, we have been in Louisville now for 65 years. A good kept secret for many. We tend to partner with new startups that are working to advance the status of women. And so if you need some help, reach out to us. We'll be happy to get behind you and support you in getting your feet under you. Today, we've talked a lot about the need to register to vote. Voting is critical, but the next step is making sure that those people we put in those positions know what our voice says. Through that, we support a program called Voters' Voice. So to that, everybody pull out your phones. The number to register so you can get a bi-monthly notification of a new bill going before the House or the Senate that affects women. And I want it shared. I want every man to know about it. Everybody should have the opportunity. If you don't like the bill, don't respond to it. The number is 50457. To that number, you text Zonta, Z-O-N-T-A. That'll take you to the link. You can register. I'm here to say, Mitch McConnell's office reaches out to me every time I do one of these. So just so you know what we've worked on, the last 7 Fast Action Fridays: strength and healing programs for sexual assault survivors, stopping the repeal of emission standards, disrupt human trafficking networks, stop the rollback of Title IX programs at the Department of Energy, expand midwifery care for service members and their families, ensure equal pay for women, and protecting women's right to vote. Use your voice. Make sure these folks in those positions know how you feel and what you want their actions to be. Thank you.
Yes. Sister, I care about all up in my clothes out. I don't really need it. I'm a call it cookie. I'm alone. Man, diamonds in my collarbone. Yeah, yeah. Thank you, Angela. And thank you, everyone who joined us today, our students, leaders, partners, honorees, and each one of you for being part of this movement. Also, as a Latina Louisvillian, as a very proud Latina Louisvillian, I just want to remind all of us that when the 19th Amendment was passed, not all of us were included. So it is today that I want to remind each one of us that when we are voting and when we are opening doors for others to vote, that we include all of us. Can we say all of us? Black women, Latina women, immigrant women, indigenous women, LGBTQ women, all of us or none of us, all of us or none of us, all of us or none of us, all of us or none of us. So as we celebrate this day, my call to action is, yes, take your chair, sisters, but take another chair for someone else. For the elders that we like to be called vintages, sisters, let's accompany the younger ones. Let's stop putting barriers, the same barriers that were put to us, and open those doors wide and big for younger generations. Sisters, sisters, zero competition. Patriarchy teaches us to compete against each other. We don't compete. We lift up each other. And my sisters, my black and brown sisters, if someone wants to use you as a token and you want to continue being the token, I tell you today, we must stop that, because if we continue competing, then all the equality and all the equity that we are asking for will be nothing. So all of us or none of us. I want to give a special thanks to the amazing Gretchen. I know your name was mentioned all day today. My sister, you know how much I love you and I admire you. So grateful to my amazing Latina sisters that are present, my amazing team of the Latina Women's Movement. We are part of this women's movement that we are so strong. As we celebrate Women's Equality Day, let's remember it's not just about honoring the past. We are right now living this present. And from this present, the future will tell us what the action that we took today. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being part of the change. We all have so much gratefulness to the presenters and our amazing DJ Bombshell. Have a wonderful weekend, everyone.
Gracias, Karina, for always being a champion for women. And I'm going to recognize someone who likes to stay in the background. I'm Gretchen. I'm only taking the mic for this reason. Janisha Zabo, please come up. This is the last minute, so thank you for your patience. Janisha is the person who herded all of us cats, ran the committee for 2 years in a row, put on an extraordinary event in collaboration. So huge thanks to her. She does not want to be recognized, but I want to give her her flowers, literally, and wish her the best in her next stage and next adventure. So we are so appreciative of you, and we can't wait to see you keep rising. So thank you, everybody, for celebrating, and thank you to Janisha for making this happen today. There's more Cuban coffee. Stay and dance and enjoy.
You ready? With a fan, with a fan, with a fan.